My name is Joseph Eskenazi. I was born in New York. I was an American citizen from the day I was born. I never thought I would go to Mexico until I was 18, and I went through my primary school years over there. When I was 18, I decided to come back to California and sign up for the Army Engineers. So they sent me over to Oceanside because there was a company there called the 29th Engineer Battalion, and it was a topographical battalion. And then I was sent to Hawaii. I was attached to the 804th Engineer Battalion over there. Company C. The airport that we were working with was at Pearl Harbor. There was a friend of mine, Corporal Carson, and he came with a Jeep one day and said, "Hey, Joe, I have to deliver some mail to the mountain there where they're installing something nobody ever heard of. It's called radar." I went with him, and there were two technicians. I said, "What is this radar about?" He says, "Well, radar is a screen that we're installing, and it can see beyond 50 miles distance any airplanes that are approaching Hickam Field." This is the airport. "If they notify us half an hour in advance that their plane's coming, we'll be ready to respond." All this time I said, "Why are we on Class B alert?" Now, Class B alert is different than Class A in this respect. We were supposed to be prepared in case of sabotage. Sabotage meant that they put a guard around a facility with military equipment to see that nobody did damage to the airplanes. Consequently, Roosevelt issued an order in which he said all the battleships are going to be there indefinitely. And he gets this letter from Admiral Richardson saying that it's no good because in case we were attacked, we wouldn't be well prepared to defend ourselves. We didn't have any barracks when we got to Hawaii. We had to work on building our barracks at Schofield Barracks. And that's what we were when we were attacked during the morning of December 7th of 1941. The day or early hours of December 7th, this was on a Sunday. We were in bed sleeping when all of a sudden I heard the loudest noise of bombs dropping at Pearl Harbor. So I went downstairs to see what airplanes they were. And there was one Zero fighter that flew right over my head, so low that I can actually see his goggles. So I yelled at everybody in our barracks, "This must be the Japanese attack." Somebody way in the back of the room said, "No, the Air Force does this. They're on maneuvers. They're making a lot of noise." The bombs were dropping on all the battleships on Ford Road. The Arizona made the loudest noise. So we loaded up in trucks and headed for Hickam Field. And as we were going by there, where the Air Force had all the P-40s, But when I went by there, there's nothing but a pile of junk. It looked like a junkyard. They completely destroyed every airplane that was there. It really shook me up when I saw that. We continued to the south side of the runways. I looked up at the sky and I saw a dot, a black dot. And I says, that's gotta be a Zero fighter. It's probably the last one because it was almost 10 o'clock. As it's going by parallel to the runway, I got my rifle out and shoot it. By the time I figured how much lead I have to give it and how high I have to hold my rifle. The plane, the Zero, had already passed me. There was 6 carriers, actually, with 330 airplanes that attacked Pearl Harbor. And then after that, for days, we were just preparing to be invaded. And the invasion never came. Their whole fleet went back to Japan. And that was the end of my story.
We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies turn the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be